behalf of KZRVW Consulting, we'd like to thank Harley-Davidson for trying out our Crystal Report software. KZRVW Consulting, doing what you want done better than you can do it. First up is going to be Will Ross. He's going to tell us about our goal setting and strategic implementation for your company, for the Crystal Report software. Will?
Thank you, Vince. Good morning. Two parts. Our goal objective is to actually educate, to promote, to sell, to implement, train, and support a product, SAP, Crystal Reports. This is a data management software that tracks and that data manages KPIs. The goal here is that if you can micromanage and if you can track, you can monitor and control better the KPI, key performance indicators that contribute to business intelligence, overall growth potential within the company, which also means an increase in bottom line profitability in dollars. Now, the implementation strategy, what we'd like to do is to, of course, use the existing platform for Harley-Davidson's system, along with the current staff for your IT department. We'd like to integrate that along with our program, our software package. Again, the objective and the implementation strategy is to implement and integrate the system into your current system so we can better track and manage our programs and your KPIs, of course. At KZRVW, we're already doing what you'd like to have done, only of course we're going to do it better for you. And now to go a little bit further into the implementation sequence is our roles.
The implementation sequence for the Harley-Davidson dealership will be to create an additional database to track KPI not found in the current database, install Crystal Reports requiring no new hardware, and the KZRVW consulting staff will set up reports to be run by management with no Crystal Reports experience. So now here's my colleague Zeke, who will be talking about his experience.
Good morning, everybody. As a consultant, when you do go to a company, you don't know, what's going on with the company. So pretty much what a business questionnaire does, it helps you find out, you get some feedback from the client. It pretty much determines the strengths and weaknesses. So as a consultant, what we did, we asked Harley-Davidson, what is your share of the local market in terms of competition? What profit margin do you need from your products? As in, your profit, how much is needed to maintain a good business level every month or every year? What is your forecasted customer demand? With the customer demand, we work with the sales team. And the sales team is able, with the customer demand, they're able to determine in the future which products are going to be more profitable, which products are probably going to discontinue. As far as tracking employee performance, of course, you've got to find that out, because without a good employee performance in your company, you're pretty much not going to be producing successful products. Also, with the track product quality, we've got to know we've got to help them identify what products in your company are more profitable and which ones are not. Because if you're investing in products that are not, you might as well take that money and invest in other products. And then I'm going to talk about this. Now, as a consultant, we approached Harley-Davidson and we found out that they are using Microsoft Access. And pretty much, as we all, I don't know if everybody here has used Microsoft Access, but Microsoft Access is pretty much like Excel. So you can't really do much. All you're doing is just punching it. You just come in with numbers, you put in your little columns, And with the access, they were only able to create simple numeric reports without, and what that is, you're creating a report just with numbers, no illustrations. Now, as a manager, to present it to you guys, sometimes you just don't want numbers. You want to see graphs. You want to see where is, who's doing well, who's not doing well, pretty much. With the reports created that you normally do, you're only creating basic KPIs. Now, KPIs is pretty much a type of measure of performance. So when you go into a company, they have indicators. They go by these indicators, and they can find out who's doing good, which department is not doing too well. And with the report, which is Microsoft Access, they're not able to do that, and that's when Crystal Report comes in. I would like to pass it on to my colleague, Khaled.
All right, thank you, Zeke. Zeke talked about the status quo, how your business is being run right now. And I'm going to talk about where we feel you need to be. That's the to-be phase. And where and how we get there. Our team of consultants will meet with your IT department and we'll discuss future processes of the business requirement. We will also implement a new database to track additional KPI that we feel are necessary in terms of tracking the business and also indicators that will give you a competitive edge in the market. We will also have a pre-made Crystal report, as mentioned by Zeke, which will bring the data alive to help management make better decisions. And there will be new programs that will be installed to run on a linked database, your existing database, and the new database we created that will run to coordinate those databases. So with this blueprint in terms of the to-be and the as is where you are right now, I'm going to bring to you Vince Hammond, who will kind of get in depth in terms of the gap analysis.
After we've talked about the as-is, which is where you are as a company, the to-be, which we think would be the most profitable, the best place for you to be as a company, the gap analysis is exactly what KZRBW is going to do for you. We're going to be coding the requisite reports. We want your management staff to be able to, at a glance, at an instant, pull up any of these reports, be able to use them for every single decision that they make. They shouldn't have to make a qualitative decision over which employee they think is best. They should be able to look at a number and say which employee is quantitatively the best. We also are going to be, as KZRBW consulting staff, putting an initial database and linking it to everything. We feel that the KPI that you carry in your current database reflects your sales record and your purchases item history, but there are some things about your business that you're missing. The realization is going to be to capture that additional KPI, to create a database to house it. We're going to program requested reports for each major management decision and train management in running and utilizing these new reports in order to streamline all of their decisions. Next, we're going to show you the reports that we have already generated in response to the answers you gave to our business questionnaire. First up is going to be Will Ross, and he will be explaining how you can now judge your employee performance.
Thank you, Liz. You know, I remember being in sales for some time myself. A lot of times, the products are good products. The majority of problems in the world is tracking and validating activity, salespeople's activity. With Crystal Reports, it's like a litmus test or it's like a GPS system for tracking. It generally tracks the activity of whatever KPI, key performance indicator that you like. It tracks it, it monitors it, it sorts it. It's easy to put into easy to understand reports because each report, each diagram, each chart has a specific purpose. What we were actually doing here was to monitor the sales activity of our employees, primarily our salespeople. And so we had created a report that would allow the individual yearly sales and the salesperson's information you see here is coordinated what the actual values were, dollar amounts were for that particular year. And of course, the pie chart here indicates pretty close proximity, but one particular person has a slight edge. Again, thanks. This person has a slight edge over their peers. And this is something that you want to be able to manipulate. Again, you can sort, reconfigure the KPIs based on what any specific department or individual is looking for. Very simple to use. And to go over some further information here is in our roles. Who's going to cover
this report shows the average monthly sales by month, so the management can adjust and staff accordingly. So here's my colleague again, Zeke, who will be talking about product quality.
Yes, with this chart to management, we're able to determine what products of Harley-Davidson are doing well and not doing well. So as you can see here, the Descent model is the product that is pretty much has been mostly returned, and then with the Wheeler model being the less returned. So what that means to you guys, if you were to invest your money, we would recommend that you would invest your money more in these, just because this is where most of the returns are, and we would recommend that you would not invest too much money or too much time into your decent model, even though with your products, these are just majority. As you can see, these were mostly purchased, but they were also mostly returned. And if you go by, as you can see the numbers here, they indicate which of our products here were outstanding, which one went lower. And I'm just going to transfer it over to my colleague.
One of the indices parameters that companies usually look at is the profit margin. And here we were able to take all your products, the product lines, to determine the product line profitability of each product. We went from the Descent to the Wheeler. And we can see here, using our bar graph, that the Descent has the highest profit margin. And this type of data presentation kind of help management see clearly where they need to make adjustment to make a certain product line more profitable. I'm going to let Vince continue with the presentation.
And the last question that we wanted to answer for you was, what was your share of the local market and the regional market? In this case, we've taken some of your competitors and we've researched their yearly sales. And we've been able to create a report showcasing your yearly sales down at the bottom, Harley-Davidson, along with your competitors, also graphically represented. It's fairly in line, but we would like to help you grow that by investing in better quality products, better quality, and more successful salespeople, and being able to stock and sell to the forecasted